And in 10. Hey, how goes it? Ken Bozak here to talk about Bitcoin and Bitcoin accessories. And today I'm with my Canadian bro, Sean Hebert. How goes it, bro, from justlearncrypto.com.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, man. It's Sunday. I'm hanging out. It's like pretty warm out actually today, which is nice because it's been freezing cold all week. So yeah, man, I'm just hanging out. How's
I
Philly
feel
doing,
like
bro?
great, but I feel like warm to use like 20 degrees Celsius. I don't fuck around with any of that.
Yeah, it's like 30 today. It's nice.
It's 30. No, I'm out. I'll see you in Canada after winter, bro. Well, actually, I'm lying. I guess I'll be up there in like what, 3 weeks or so? 2 weeks? Something like that.
Yeah, I'll grab extra blankets for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're gonna have a snowball fight because I'm gonna have to fuck you up for making me get so damn cold for this Satoshi's ball thing. So, I guess pun intended. Let's get the ball rolling. First off, it's not your first time on the show, but just in case, let everybody know who you are, what you're doing in this space, and maybe a little bit about how you got in this space to begin with.
Sure, man. So yeah, I'm Sean. I'm the guy who posts way too much stuff on Facebook about Bitcoin. Uh, I'm the guy who talks way too much about Bitcoin to everyone. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I do. I just never shut up about it. I
Same.
got into Bitcoin like I don't know, it was like 18 months ago or something like that. I did door to door for most of my life. I started doing business to business for a social media marketing company. Started talking with more business people. Heard about Bitcoin. Got invited to a like one of those stupid MLM meetings for it was Gladio Coin, man. It was like a company. I don't know.
Oh
It
wow,
told
that was fast. That was a fast in and out scam. They were here and gone, but it was a pretty orchestrated scam. Maybe touch on that scam a little bit. Let everybody know like what these are about because the space right now is not seeing scams because it's not profitable to be scamming in the space because we're in a downward trajectory. But people that are accumulating now may be hit with a Gladia coin scam in the future. So just like what made it look like a scam to you at first sight and why didn't you just dive all in?
Well, I mean, anytime you're there's a buy-in for a company and you have to relinquish control of your money, and especially like for me, I think uh, given the fact that I didn't know much about Bitcoin anyway, it was like trying to wrap my head around Bitcoin and then trying to wrap my head around this like super complicated payout system on a tiered level with different like accomplishments. It was just very typical MLM style. I mean, I'm not new to that space. I used to go to a lot of MLM meetings, not to join them. I never joined an MLM, but just because it was a great way to network with like guys that wanted to have a side hustle, people that wanted to, were motivated and were trying to make more than minimum wage and not just work a 9 to 5 job, like my kind of people. But I mean, I never got pulled into any of those MLMs because I don't know, I saw through it, right? But what was interesting about this one was Bitcoin, and that's what caught my attention. And I mean, yeah, Gladio Coin, pretty much, I think they were like a trading bot or something where you invest Bitcoin and you get back a percentage guaranteed ROI, which
Oh,
um,
guaranteed. Never fails. Every time something says guaranteed, it is guaranteed. I mean, it's on the box.
yeah, exactly. It's official. It's official. I read it on an internet website.
Yeah, why look a bull in the
But
ass when you can ask a butcher about the cut?
ex ex yeah, that's a sentence. But words, right?
Yeah.
um, so yeah. Anyway, man, I just fucking avoided that like the plague, and started researching a bit into Bitcoin. Kind of like phased out of it, and then got back into it again. With another MLM that someone had was trying to shove down my throat called Trade Coin Club. Same thing.
Oh.
trade bots, all that shit. And I think it was actually kind of good because like I was really interested in Bitcoin, and I feel like a lot of people when they first get into the space, there's a lot of pressure on them to get into trading. It's like, oh, go trade, don't just hold on to Bitcoin. Imagine being able to multiply it and and then it just with all this trading bots and like just the mentality around it, I was never a trader. I didn't want to trade. So I think it was a good thing. It pushed me further away from trading and it made me focus more on the technology, more on the community, more on the use case of Bitcoin. It really made me start thinking like, what is money? Like, why are we using it? Why do we relinquish so much of our money and our control over to third parties? And then, yeah, I just fucking slipped down the rabbit hole, started following you, started watching Andreas Antonopoulos, and just got like really into it, man. And it got hooked up with Netcoins out of Vancouver.
Dude,
And
Netcoins is making moves right now, dude.
yeah, they're doing some stuff, man. They're doing some cool stuff. They're definitely they've shifted their focus from when they first started. They were initially really focused on setting up ATMs at like retail locations. So they wanted to have virtual ATMs all over. Now they're dealing with a lot more like institutional buyers, and they're publicly traded now on the Canadian Stock
Big
Exchange.
leagues.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I always like I think that it's great that we have an amazing like platform for institutional people to buy large amounts of Bitcoin in Canada, and we have multiple platforms for that. But I think it's more important that I can go buy my coffee with Bitcoin. And I'm not an institutional investor. I'm not, I don't manage a hedge fund. None of that stuff. So I mean, it's all really like what's relative to me. What can I do in the Bitcoin space, in the crypto space, to make a difference for my life? And the way I see that is helping businesses start to incorporate cryptocurrency, talking about it as much as I can, getting as many wallets set up, battling all the FUD that's out there in person, and just not giving up faith, man. I feel like so many people just like, they believed in this so much when the value was high, and now the value is low and their belief system has changed. And it's like, people need to reevaluate like what initially got them interested in this, and like realize that it's still here, it's still new, it's still gonna grow. It still
These are
has
the
a
same
lot
people that when Bitcoin was 20,000 were like, man, I wish Bitcoin was back at 3,000 so I could buy some, and now it is, and they're just like,
dude.
oh, well, nope, it's dead.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I posted that on Facebook a couple days ago. I was like, Bitcoin 20,000, everyone buy, buy, buy. Super excited. Wish they wish it was back down. And yeah, I made another good joke the other day. I said the market's so low that hackers are putting coins back into people's wallets.
Yeah,
but
dude,
you know what, man?
it's going to be a funny event when we have another bull run. But I mean, it could be a nice long winter. It could be a short, consolidation period. Price does not reflect the quality of the tech, though. The Bitcoin blockchain has improved over the year tremendously, and I mean, we're just looking at so many ways of getting institutional capital, from Fidelity to the upcoming ETFs, and this is all just starting to look too suspicious to me, that the price is coming down while all these big dominoes are being lined up. Like, if you look at the big picture, you know what I mean? It looks like Bitcoin should be worth more than its previously all-time high, due to the fact that it's more accepted, more used, more acknowledged, more known about, easier to invest in. All these on-ramps exist. Institutional avenues and everything now exist. Before Bitcoin was 20 grand, none of this existed. So yeah. Bitcoin is now better, and it is cheaper. So that's why I think everyone's saying it's on a discount.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, Bitcoin's value isn't really going to be relative to society until I think we see more of a collapse in our actual fiat systems. And you know what? I feel like there's still a couple roads that we could go down right now. Like, Bitcoin could take over, become a global payment form. I mean, I think we're years and, at least a decade away from that even starting, really, which again is, I mean, it's understandable that people are going to be emotional and unsure about this stuff now, because it's still so fucking new, man. This is brand new stuff. Like, this is something that people need to realize is going to have problems. It's something that needs to grow. It's just like when the internet came. I mean, people think the internet is good as it's going to be. It still has so much room for improvement. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no,
case in
I'm
point.
I'm very impatiently waiting for like 5G mobile data speeds to come out so we can do more on our, mobile data and, the internet in a mobile way. And everyone's like, oh no, the internet's fine, it peaked. And I'm like, no, the internet's still at like 10% what it is going to be in the future. It's still very early tech. And what blockchain is like fucking dude, 1% of where it's going and what it can be. And
I
you
mean,
know,
I
uh,
think we've seen more advancements in technology and in society in the last 10 years than we did from 1900 to 2000. Like, it's nuts, the rate that technology and innovation's coming out. So, I mean, picture in 5 years, man, all these kids that are 15, 16, they're going to be going to college, university. We're already seeing blockchain specific courses being offered at universities all around the world. It's going to create a whole new market for kids that are going to want to work in this industry. And I think that, like, the volatility in price right now and all the FUD and all the bullshit media and all the stupid negative people that are, trying to convince people away from this technology for whatever reason. I think all of that is just going to build stronger believers in the technology. It's going to force companies to really innovate themselves and really like push themselves to get a product out there.
yep.
And it's just going to bring a bunch more people in, man. More and more people are going to be getting into this industry. And who knows when the next, for lack of a better reference, Zuckerberg is going to come in and
Yeah.
create the next big thing, right? Like, I mean, it's just exciting, man. And people need to like grow some balls and stop losing faith every time the price drops. Like if you're all in on crypto and you lost money from this, then I totally feel for you, man. It's exactly, man. This isn't a very volatile thing to be in, but at the end of the day, like, I've hedged myself in other ways. I'm still working a job to earn fiat to make sure some of my bills are paid. Invested in other altcoins and just hodling, man. Like, it's the name of the game right now, and the people that have the balls to stick in it and do it are going to be the ones that are going to become the winners in the next 5, 10 years, man. That's what
We've
I
seen
was
this all
telling you.
before. This is history repeating itself. I mean, I hate to say that, maybe the mainstream was a little right when they were calling this a .com bubble, when they were looking at it. And maybe it really does now represent a .com bubble-esque look and appeal and appearance and all that. But like you said, we right now, we're not going to see any more of these vaporware, projects. We're going to see real shit starting to come out because that's what
Yeah,
investors are going to put their money into. And we've seen people back in the past, with mainstream media get pushed out of investment opportunities, telling people to sell because it's worthless, the price goes down, and 2, 3, 5 years later, it goes up 100 to 1,000%, and they just bought the dip that they created. Mainstream media, what was it? Fidelity just announced that they've been mining Bitcoin for like fucking 3 years. Holy shit. They just announced it. So, I mean,
yeah,
wait till we start hearing what the real big players have been aligning to do while they're sitting here and, naysaying and causing FUD. It's really obvious that there's something going on manipulation wise, and I don't think it was on the way up. I think it's been them manipulating the price on the way down. And a lot of these whales that are buying Bitcoin are buying OTC, and it's not really reflecting on the open market. So for the sellers selling on the open exchanges, that's reflecting, but the buyers buying that dip are buying it on the back end where it doesn't reflect. So they're not,
well,
this is what rich people do. They don't want to buy something and have it go up in value, so the next time they buy it, they cause that inflation in price. Like, it totally defeats their purpose of investing over a long period. So this is
yeah.
how they do it.
Of course, man. And I mean, I'm in talks with lots of the exchanges and owners of exchanges in Canada, lots of the OTC desks, lots of the brokers in Canada. I mean, I'm very well connected in the space, and I see it, man. There's tens of millions of dollars being purchased of Bitcoin on a weekly basis. There's contracts set up between exchanges. They're selling Bitcoin back to each other. One of them will be like, hey, I need, 100, maybe 1,000 Bitcoins a week, whatever, $5 million, and the other one will be like, yeah, I need the same. They'll literally sell it back and
Yep.
forth to each other, man. And that kind of stuff isn't hitting the books. It's not reflected in the exchanges, like you said. And it's again, it's these little moves that are happening behind the scenes that aren't in the media. I mean, the whole point of Bitcoin, the whole success behind it is going to come from the fact that we can't trust these big third-party organizations. So why are we trusting them now about the thing that threatens them? Why are people listening to the? I mean, it's just, I don't know, it boggles my mind, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's giving me confidence to buy Bitcoin. That's all this is doing. Like if I had a couple $1,000 lying around, dude, I'd be scooping up as much Bitcoin as I could right now.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I'm putting a lot of my funding into planning Satoshi's ball, which I have zero regrets about. That's going to be a wicked night, man. I'm so pumped for that.
So why don't we start from the beginning and finish at Satoshi's ball? Let's start with hashtag Ken Does Ottawa, or no, it was Ken Does Toronto first with Kevin Moore, and that's where I met you, and you and him met. Let's talk about that conference because that was pretty fun, man. It was my first time in Canada. It was, the first, bigger, Bitcoin meetup for, Toronto, and it wasn't like extravagant. There was no like $100 tickets and shit like that. We had a decent yeah, it was free. We had a decent amount of sponsors. We had Coinberry help us give away crypto there as well. We had Equibit, Ubiquity. We had Netcoins was there. Yeah, they even present it. And there was like, what, about I'd say about 75 people to 100 people showed up for the free event.
Yeah, I think we had around like 80 people. Yeah, we had Mantis Crypto, HODL Brand. Like, we had some really great Canadian
HODL
companies
Brand,
there.
Man. I love those guys. Yeah, there's a lot of Canadian companies, so I wanted to shout those guys out for sure. But yeah, what was like your take on like the atmosphere then to now?
Well, it was summer then, so naturally everyone was in a better mood. But
summer in Canada? Whoa, we got 30 days. Enjoy.
So I think there's a couple different aspects that came into play for me anyway. For my takeaway from that event was one, it wasn't in my home city. So Toronto is a very different city than Ottawa. It's definitely more business, more entrepreneur focused, whereas Ottawa is more of a government city. So the mentality of the people in that city right away, they're more enthusiastic about crypto. They're more curious about it. And I think that was my biggest takeaway was, wow, there's a lot of people that took advantage of this event, came out to learn about crypto, and were asking a lot of great questions, and were coming up to me and you and Kevin and all the other presenters and really trying to pick our brains about it. And I think that's a good sign of the fact that we'll still get new people in like that. And that's why I think it's important to keep doing these events. You know what? Like, I think a lot of people are getting scared away from doing meetups. Like, oh, what if only 2 or 3 people? Then 2 or 3 people came and you got to show 2 or 3 people a week or a month or however often you do it.
Well, I'm doing a meetup in 2 days on the 27th of this month in Philadelphia, a free meetup. So Bitcoin PHL, look us up. We're doing a free meetup. We do it every month. I'll be there.
That's because you're a badass motherfucker, Ken.
Well, dude, I flew out to Ottawa for your event, which was inspired by Kevin Moore's event in Toronto, where Just Learn Crypto was born at a conference. And like that Collab Space and how like you got them to accept Netcoins and now they have a Bitcoin ATM. Like, dude, the origin story there is awesome. Like, why don't you dive into it? Let people know a little bit about like the inspiration behind JustLearnCrypto.com, where the Collab Space conference, not another Bitcoin conference, like takes off, and where we're going now with this Satoshi's ball and where that's going. Like, let's start with the origins in.
So in a nutshell, we did the event in Toronto. That was like it was like an evening event, so it wasn't a whole day thing. And then we wanted to expand from that. I got back in Ottawa, the gears started turning in my head. And, we were talking about, in Toronto, the lack of education, the lack of resources out there for beginners, just a simple resource. So that kind of put together the idea of Just Learn Crypto, where we were going to have a platform that offered, like a free couple videos and some quizzes to get people, used to just the idea of Bitcoin and how to set up a wallet, all the basic stuff. So, I mean, I was working as a broker, so I was spending hours with people on a consistent basis, teaching them what a wallet is and like all these basic things. Like the information is out there, it's on YouTube, but you're going to save a lot of time if there's someone there helping you and directing you. So I was sick of spending hours with people to teach them something that really they could. I mean, if there was a website that had all these resources on it and it was free for people, it was just a useful tool. So yeah, we came up with Just Learn Crypto. We put out the initial course. It was 5 videos and 5 quizzes. And we got a lot of good feedback. You know, it gave people the information they needed to get started. And then we wanted to expand from that. So we decided that we were going to do an all-day cryptocurrency conference in Ottawa. This hadn't been done before in Ottawa. Like I said, Ottawa's always like the last city in Canada to adopt any sort of innovation. As much as they may like to, you know, make it look otherwise, they're a very slow-moving city. It was a success, I think. I think it was a great event. But I mean, it wasn't the same as the one in Toronto, man. I didn't find like people were asking as many questions. I didn't feel like we had the same kind of people come that we did in Toronto.
Oh, yeah, but there was like twice the turnout too. There was twice the turnout, but half the enthusiasm came with them. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, it was great. We had almost 200 people come out. We had way more sponsors, more booths. We had speakers all day. We had giveaways. We had a wicked raffle.
Yeah, Crypto Gal, Crypto Model, all my friends came out to hang out. We even had a DDP with Kyle Kemper and Gary from the Decentralized Dance Party.
Yeah,
which
man,
was
it was
a hella
a fun
cool
day.
way for me to see Ottawa. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I got to, like, wander around all of Ottawa with you guys and fucking DJ Meat Popsicle in a banana suit. You know what I mean, dude? It was great. Yo, I kid you not, everybody listening, DJ Meat Popsicle in a banana suit talking to 10 women dressed in baller-ass outfits like they were just about to go to the nightclub. And DJ's like, no, you got to come to the DDP in his banana suit. And the ladies are like, all right. Like, I'm down. Like, what, dude? So, yeah, dude, it was fun. That was
people just joining in, you know. We were like going around. People were leaving the bar to come just dance with us.
Yeah, come on. You can come back to the bar. Just come on for a dance.
Yeah, that
where are you guys going?
It's not going anywhere. We're decentralized. You don't know where we're gonna be.
Yeah, dude, it was good times, man. So,
so we did the event in Ottawa. Yeah, we did that event in Ottawa. Had a great time. You know, the idea for the Just Learn Crypto website started evolving. Now we're actually making it a platform where people are going to be able to put their products on there. So instead of us putting our course and us putting our swag, our merchandise, we're going to be creating a platform to allow almost anyone in the crypto community, as long as it's good stuff and we vet it, to sell their courses on there, to sell their merchandise on there, to sell their books on there. You know,
like Kyle Kemper's new book.
Yeah, the Unified
Wallet.
Available on Amazon right now in the #1 top seller section.
Check out the Unified Wallet.
Ken will throw a link in the comments below. But yeah, man, so we're going to make it more of a platform. The website's down right now. We're doing a lot of work on the back end. And hopefully within the, pretty soon into 2019, we're going to be relaunching that site. But yeah, me and you went to a ton of conferences. You went to a ton of conferences. I was really able to gather a good idea of what worked, what didn't work, what I enjoyed about conferences, what I didn't enjoy about conferences. And, hence came this brainchild called Satoshi's Ball. And, me and you, we put a lot of work into like figuring out how we wanted to do this and brainstorming back and forth. And we've been getting so much support from the crypto community, different companies, even the cannabis industry is really, the cannabis industry and the crypto industry, they really do work well together. I went to an expo yesterday in Ottawa, a cannabis and hemp expo. And just amazing people, man, innovative people, extremely open to cryptocurrency. I talked to every booth there. Not one of them was accepting crypto on the website. I pointed all of them towards myself primarily to help them get it done. But Coin Payments, which is out of Vancouver, they have
Coin Payments. I fucking love Coin Payments.
Me too, man. They have over 2 million websites and retail locations using their service worldwide right now. They have over 1,000 altcoins available for people to pay with, and they take the volatility out of it because the
Yep.
store doesn't. They don't have to hold the crypto. It converts automatically over to fiat. So I mean, it's incredible. Even as a personal wallet, it's a great wallet. You have a wallet on your computer or on your phone with 1,000 different cryptocurrencies on it.
Dude, I love
With
Canada. Y'all are making moves up there. I mean, even with coin payments, net coins, and what's the other one? Bills.
yeah,
So you could pay all your bills in crypto. You can have merchants accept crypto, and you could sell crypto all with these companies in Canada. That's like why I love
yeah,
Canada. Like people
yeah. I
don't
mean,
get it, but Canada is the where I'm looking for where blockchain's going in a first world country. I'm keeping my eyes on Canada, man. Especially with the
it's up
mining.
there, dude. Yeah, man, we're really like carving our piece out of the pie up here in Canada. I think there's a lot of companies that are thinking of moving to Canada because we already have a set amount of regulations in. It's a lot easier for a company, a blockchain company, a crypto company to come out here, comply with regulations, go through, some sort of ICO process, raise money, have a real project, have it be regulated. I mean, we already have crypto companies being publicly traded on the stock exchange. So I mean, it's again, there's two companies being publicly traded right now, I think, in Canada. That's how early this is, man. People need to realize that, like,
So what's Satoshi's ball? Like what are attendees going to expect? You know what I mean? Like how long is it? Where is it? What's going to happen when I walk in the door? What's the takeaway? What are we trying to deliver? Like let's let the audience know a little bit because again, it's not like we're trying to convince people to travel from Europe and America to come to Canada for Satoshi's ball. But if you're in Ottawa, if you're local in Canada, make the travel. Let's have a damn good time together. Like what's there to expect though? What is Satoshi's ball?
so basically, okay, people are I mean, for one, it's a super affordable event. It's an all-night event. We really want to give everyone that VIP feeling. But we do have a VIP section to give people an even better VIP feeling. So everyone's going to be able to come out to Satoshi's ball, interact with all the booths. We're going to have a photo booth when you walk in. We're going to have a beautiful a banner set up with all the supporters, contributors, their logos. We're going to have merchant booths there. You're going to be able to buy physical things there, set up from different companies around. We're going to have some cannabis companies there as well. So no actual like weed or anything like that, but different accessories, different Canadian companies that are making
Cool.
really amazing stuff, jewelry, pipes, grinders, all that kind of stuff, man. We're going to have Kyle's going to be there with his book. So there's going to be literature. This is a super affordable book, a really great Christmas present as well. And really a great educational tool for
I
people
bought
to
the
start.
paperback. It was like $10 on Amazon, and I got the digital copy for like $1 on Amazon Books. So I'm actually checking it out now, and it's not hard to read. Like it's not boring. You know what I mean? Like obviously Kyle Kemper fucking wrote it.
Yeah. So, and then I really wanted with the booths, I really wanted to find companies that offered utilities, both in Canada and globally. So, I mean, we've got Hedgie coming out. They're awesome. They're gamified crypto built up on the Ethereum blockchain. We've got companies out of Montreal. We got
Is Buns coming
focus on
out?
edge.
I would love to see Buns.
I wish, man. Buns, I guess they just didn't. They did a lot this year, man. They went to a lot of conferences and they've been growing rapidly this year. Like they launched their app. Like I just think that they weren't. I did reach out to them. They were too busy. I think their Christmas party was lined up around our date as well. And they went to a lot of events. So I just think maybe at the end of the year they didn't have the budget to necessarily come out. I mean, I know they're supporting it in spirit, but not in my wallet.
Well, hey guys, if you want to check out Buns, I will drop my shill referral link in the description box below. It'll give you like $15 worth of Buns bits, their digital currency, and if you do end up visiting Ottawa, Toronto, and the Canada area, you can go to a bar, barber shop, liquor store, smoke shop, pretty much all kinds of places, and damn near every single food car. Like if you see a beaver tail food truck, you can use that, $15 in free buns bits to get yourself some beaver tail in Canada.
Yeah, man. Toronto's definitely really adapting buns. There's so many places. Ottawa, they're hopefully we're going to be the ones to actually be pushing buns in Ottawa starting in 2019.
Fucking love buns.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, that's the impression I got from them. That was what I was, that's kind of what I was asking from them. I said, listen, I'm already approaching businesses. I'm already working with the businesses here in Ottawa, getting ATMs set up. Buns is another thing that I could be bringing up to them, right? So I think they're developing a system right now for third-party companies like myself to market and onboard them. So I'm excited for that to come out, man, because then we're going to be able to get a whole bunch of places signed up here in Ottawa.
Hey, a quick shout out to Anthony for the super chat, €5.50 That's like $100 US because our economy sucks. So shout out to that guy. Thanks, bro, much appreciated. And if you are watching this live, please go ahead and pound that thumbs up button. Don't forget to click subscribe. There's a little alert bell right there. Flick that alert bell thingy, and then share this. Share this live stream on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. And if you know anybody in Canada, you have a Canadian bro, tag them. Let them know about Satoshi's Ball. The link is in the description box below for Satoshi's Ball. It's an all-day banger. We're going to have a party with a crypto theme where people are going to be able to learn and get hands-on education while just networking and having a good time. You know, no pressure, no schedule, none of this crazy conference type shit. It's a giant meetup with like a party in it.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. It's a meetup from 7 till 3 in the morning. From 7 to 9, the lights are on. You're going to be able to interact. From 9 to 3 in the morning, man, it's just going to be a fucking rager. Like, we got 3 DJs coming out. We have thousands of dollars of lights that we rented, speakers, subwoofers. It's going to be like a club, but we're still going to have all the booths set up. You're going to still be able to network. There's going to be a VIP section at the back that's going to give you a full view of the entire conference, but a little bit more of a private, quieter area. So if you really are coming out to network at this event, it's definitely worth it to go VIP. I mean, we're going to be in the VIP section. All of the exhibitors are going to be, moving over there once after 9 o'clock. So, yeah, man, I just wanted it to be an event where people could have fun and walk away from it and go, shit, that was fucking awesome.
No, and we've been to enough of these events to know what it takes to make things awesome and what's like the boringer aspects of conferences. Like even at Futurist, the best part was when the conference ended and everybody was just networking and drinking and having a good time. Like that was everybody's favorite part, was the after parties, not the actual conferences, because people go to these events to network, to get conversations, to get familiar with people, to run into companies that need your niche that you can offer, or you're a company that needs to find somebody who can fill your niche that you need. Like there's a lot more to come to these events when people spend time in the hallway. Like most people like me, I don't really listen to the speakers on stage because you can watch that on YouTube later. But what I can't do later is go back into the hallway and run into people and network and mingle. And that's where you really capitalize on conferences. Your ROI comes out of the Rolodex that you take away. And, that's really what I want people to understand, especially in Ottawa. There's so much opportunity, much more opportunity than elsewhere is in Canada. And there's a lot of companies in Ottawa, from Car City to coincards.ca, from, Netcoins. I can name like 12 amazing projects right now that are only in Canada because Canada's awesome. So if you're in there, I really want you guys to come out to Satoshi's Ball. Like Sean said, it's super affordable. It's not an expensive event, and we're hoping to bring a lot of quality people together so that we can, right now in this bear market, what we really need is camaraderie, and that's what we're hoping to give people, is a place to come together and kind of expand on what they've already got. That's you learn, but you can learn more, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We've got like some amazing companies coming out. So we have Apex Crypto coming out of Montreal. They're an OTC exchange, also an education and a media source. They put out some amazing content. We've got HODL Rally. They're coming out in spirit. They're still supporting the event in a big way. HODLrally.com, they are a supercar rally happening in Europe next summer that me and Ken are going to. It's going to be an epic 7-day event. They're just going to be going all across Europe, starting in London, ending in Ibiza. There's a fashion show. There's 3 crypto conferences, 6 parties, 100 supercars, and a super yacht party at the end. So that's a really cool project to check out. That's the HODL rally. Canadian Bitcoins right here in Ottawa. They are, from what I've seen, honestly, man, the cheapest place to buy and sell Bitcoin in Canada.
I saw that.
They have an online portal as well. You can do everything on their website at canadianbitcoins.ca. We've also got Car City Canada. They're going to be coming out. That's Canada's first cryptocurrency friendly car dealership. So you can go there, buy a car with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. Untraceable, they're helping out as well.
I love Tracy and Untraceable, man. They're awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, she puts on wicked events, so I reached out to her and I said, I'd love if I could pick your brain, if you can maybe help me, make this event a little bit better for people coming out. So she's helping us out as well. HODL brand's going to be coming out. We're going to have shirts and hats from HODL brand. Steve Wan from Helium Chain, he's going to be coming out, setting up a booth for Helium Chain. We've got Arius.io from Florida. So they're going to be helping us out as well. They're a really cool company. Check them out, Arius.io. Hedgie, we've got them coming up from Toronto. Stroke and Tokens is helping us out with all of our graphic work, our posters, our flyers. Yeah, exactly. Stroke and Tokens, amazing project. I can't wait for them to fully launch everything. We've got Hercules. They're helping out. They've donated a really great. We're gonna call it a surprise for now, but they're giving us something really cool to give away for everyone that comes through the door. But then we're going to be doing a raffle at this event. So there's going to be a really cool raffle prize thanks to Hercules and some of our other supporters. Kyle Kemper's going to be there with the Unified Wallet. And I mean, dude, it's just going to be wicked, man. It's going to be a bunch of really cool people, a lot of people that know what they're talking about. And the other thing that I think people need to realize and pay attention to right now is the companies that are supporting events like this, as opposed to the companies that don't have it in their budget. I mean, I don't want to call out any companies, but I'm just saying, I've been hearing it from a bunch of them, and they don't have the budget to sponsor events. Whether that's an excuse or whether that's true, I mean, if it's true, if they don't have the budget to sponsor a small event, we're asking for a really reasonable amount from companies to come out and be a part of this. If they can't afford that, I mean, can they afford to grow their project? Can they afford to scale? I mean, I think a lot of companies right now need to really pay attention to the.
Well, they need to start fertilizing the grassroots efforts if they want to establish roots in this industry, in this community. Like, a lot of companies don't understand the power of branding and community building. They really don't get it. And I just wanted to shout out Amina and what she does at the Collab Space with her free meetups. She's actually even having Bitcoin Ben fly out to Ottawa next month to have a meetup. Like, that's freaking awesome.
Ben's coming out for Satoshi's ball too, man. I talked to him yesterday.
Bitcoin Ben's flying out for Satoshi's ball?
Yep.
Our favorite truck driving crypto nut is going to be at Satoshi's ball, guys. So if you want some chicken wings and beer and a damn good time, you got to come out to Satoshi's ball in Ottawa. Yeah. Dude, I see, now I'm excited. I was excited before, but now I'm really excited. Like, I got to hang out with Ben in Vegas. That was cool. I got to hang out with Ben in Texas. I mean, I've gotten to hang out with Ben a few different times at the Litecoin Summit, and damn, I've been to a lot of events. Ben's a cool dude, man. So this is going to be a fun time, man. A good party and a great place for people to network again.
Yeah, man, for sure. We're going to have good food for people too. So, I mean, like, with their ticket, they're getting free parking. They're getting the networking event. They're getting the after party till 3 in the morning. There's 3 DJs coming out. They're getting fed. There's a full bar there. We're doing bottle service for $100 for the VIP section.
Oh, that's not bad. Bottle service? $100?
Yeah, man. People can,
is that Canadian? $100 Canadian?
Yeah, exactly.
It's even cheaper.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, we're going to have there's going to be limited space in the VIP section. So people should definitely be grabbing their tickets sooner than later. We've only got, I mean, if we're going to be setting up booths and everything, we've probably got room for 20 to maybe 25 VIP booths. And then the rest of the people are going to be standing up. So, Yeah, man, people should book early and make sure they put it in their calendar. We're going to be going around to all the universities here in Ottawa over the next couple weeks and doing a lot of promoting out there. It's pretty crazy, man. We got a lot of community growers here in Ottawa that are like reaching out and wanting to be involved. So a lot of really big Instagram groups that are going to be promoting through there, all the meetup groups. So a lot of ways that we're going to be reaching out to people over the next couple weeks. So hopefully tickets are going to sell out, but we're going to have tickets available at the door. So as long as we don't hit that 500 person mark and the fire department comes and clears us out.
Well, it's a big venue. There's a lot of
Huge.
space. So even with 500 people, there's room. There's lots of elbow room. It is a huge venue. I mean, there's like
Yeah.
20 to 30 companies that operate out of this collab space on a regular, but we'll have the whole
Yeah,
space to ourselves.
exactly. Yeah, it's a two-story place, man. So I mean, I'm right now I'm blocking off the second floor because we can fit 500 people, I mean,
Yeah,
down on the first
easy.
floor. But I mean, if we have to, man, if it gets a little too crowded, we've got a whole second loft area that overlooks the whole dance floor. It overlooks the stage. It overlooks the bar. It's a quick run up the stairs, back down to grab some food, grab a drink. So either way, man, it's going to be a wicked event, man. And there's a lot of really cool people that are helping out with it.
So we've been to several conferences together. I just wanted to reminisce a couple of like highlight memories from some of them. So I guess I could start and maybe you let me know what yours is. But like I'll start with Toronto with the one Kevin Moore did with us. My favorite memory from that conference was that we had an after party at a coffee shop that was a smoke shop that let us smoke weed while playing pool, while listening to live music, while getting like fresh food and drinks. And all this was like, in Toronto. And it was just right down the street from where we had the venue. We had a conference in Toronto. And we go down the street. There's a dispensary. And in the basement of this dispensary is a cafe with live music, pool
Uh,
tables, the works. I got to
that's
smoke
sweet.
weed and play pool, dude, like with all my friends from the conference. It was a
I,
really cool time.
I thought it was awesome too, man. It was a really chill little lounge they had set up. There was room for, probably about 30 people, 30, 40 people. They had like a Sublime style band playing. They were rocking it.
They shouted
Yeah,
us out. They even
yeah,
shouted us out.
exactly. Yeah, no, that was wicked, man. Ottawa definitely was the DDP. That was like the best
Yeah,
part of that, man. That was so
100%
fun.
DDP
That was
for
wicked, man.
Ottawa.
We were just dancing around all day and all night, and it was wicked. After that was Toronto Untraceable, I think. No,
Yes.
no, 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 no. After Ottawa, we decided to pack our bags the same day and go
Oh
to
yeah, we
Montreal.
did. Thank you. Yes. So, all right, guys. Me and Sean did a conference in Ottawa at the Collab Space. About 200 people showed up. We worked our asses off, and about 2 a.m., DJ Me Popsicles on Twitter, and he's like, "Hey guys, about 5 hours away, there's a sex expo. Want to go
No,
to a
man, it was
conference?"
2 hours. It was only 2 hours away.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I thought it was farther. For some reason, it felt far as hell.
Yeah, and yeah, it was a sex expo, and we didn't have tickets, we didn't have anything planned, but like everyone was here crashing at the house, so we were all like, "Hey, what are we gonna do now? Fuck it, let's go." So we packed
So
up
we
and went.
packed our bags, man. We
Yeah,
went. We
man.
drove for a few hours, and shout out to Vice Industry Token, because Stuart Duncan really hooked us up when we got
Oh
there.
yeah,
And Kevin Moore, he definitely networked his way for us to take part in a wild water rafting expo with the Bang.com team that was racing Brazzers and Pornhub for, in rafts on wild waters with Chop and dude, that was fucking epic, dude. Quebec,
that was
that's
fun.
where I actually got to tweet out to Potcoin. And Potcoin was
Yeah,
like, dude, you're in Quebec. And I'm like, yeah, I'm at the Sex Expo. And they were like, damn, we should link up. And then Potcoin actually followed me. And we have an open invitation to the Potcoin office whenever we're in Quebec again.
perfect. We should do that when you're down for Satoshi's ball, man.
That's a good idea. I should reach out to them and schedule us a time sometime after the 15th, before the 20th, to go to Quebec and meet
Or
Potcoin.
you should reach out to them and tell them to come to Satoshi's ball, and then we can do some of that real high level VIP networking in the VIP section.
That's why you're the
Right?
boss in the hat. I love that hat.
This
So
hat, yeah. I bought this hat with buns in
oh
Toronto.
yeah, you did in Toronto. So that's at the Futurist Conference, which was after the
Yep.
Quebec Sex Expo. So now we're at Futurist Conference, and yeah, I think buns kind of was like the best thing I've ever found there. I didn't really know much about it. I knew about it, but not much. I got to meet the team, the founder. I got to see like 20 food trucks accepting it, vendors accepting it, people in the fucking parking lot bartering with buns for cigarettes and weed and mushrooms. And it was like, no fucking way. But I'm
Who
like,
would do a
I'm
thing like
witnessing
that? What the
this.
hell? Yeah.
So yeah, Futurist was great, man. What was like your favorite part of Futurist conference? Because I know what you're about to
You know
say,
what
and
my
I
favorite.
want to start with fuck you.
So yeah. So started out, it was pretty cool. Me and you were sitting front row watching Larry King. He had a wicked panel. He talked about, the future of printing cocaine and told a really corny joke. And he's a sharp guy for what, 84 years old. He's still on the ball, man. So then after he spoke, I noticed like a couple of his security team coming up to bring him backstage, and then all the other speakers that were on stage as well. Who was on there with him? It was Justin Wu, Charles Hop. It was
Hoskinson and
Hoskinson was there.
two other people I actually don't recall because those three people and Larry King were like it
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, exactly. So I just was like, okay, what if I just go up on stage and walk back with them? Maybe no one will notice. So I just walked on the stage and walked with the whole herd, all of them, and the security team, and walked into the VIP section in the back, which was beautiful, by the way.
Fucking
and
guy,
then,
dude. Rub it in my face.
and then I walked back. Everyone started going into Larry King's green room, his private dressing room. I guess there was another interview going on in there. And then Justin Wu, he's standing at the door, and I never met him before, but I walked up to him like I've met him a bunch of times. I was like, Justin, you killed it, bro. I gave him props, and I was like, here, let me squeeze by you, man. And I just kind of snuck into the green room, and I went into a little dark corner, and I started filming it, and I filmed the interview that he did in his green room. It was about maybe a 10-minute interview that he did. I was in his little kitchen area eating like some M&Ms and stuff, and then his interview ended. He stood up. His security team was like, "Hey, we got to go. It's time to leave." And everyone was like, "Oh, Larry, can we get a picture? I want a picture with you." And he was like, "No, I'm in a rush. I'm in a rush." And I yell, "Larry, I promised my grandma I'd get a selfie with you." And he turned around and looked at me and he goes, "I'll do it for your grandma." So I got a
For
selfie.
grandmas everywhere, Larry King will do anything.
He loves them. So yeah, man, I got a wicked picture with Larry King, and came back out, and that was yeah, my highlight of that event.
Yeah, I'll admit it here because I already told Tracy. I stole Larry King's microphone from that when he was on stage, and I bequeathed it to this guy, so he has Larry King's microphone. Dude, I feel like we should start auctioning it off on buns for bits to see how much people are willing to pay for that because it's legit, man. That's like history. It's real history, crypto history, man. Oh, we got
Crypto.
another super chat. Thank you so much, Crypto Angela. Thank you. Or
Thank you.
Angels, I'm sorry. It's really small text on my end. Fire sale everywhere. What's up, brothers? Oh, man. Yeah, I actually did acquire some coin that I had with a little bit of fiat. I got like $10 worth of that T0 that's on Coinbase now. It's the lowest cap coin that they're offering, so potentially highest return if it does
Yeah.
take off. It has been added to the bundle that Coinbase offers, so people can invest in multiple assets with one investment, one transaction fee, and all that stuff. So I was looking at some low cap coins, and I saw that Coinbase had that cheap shit on it, and Coinbase uses that blockchain for their exchange, so I see a lot of incentive for them to pump it. So whatever. I've been looking around, but yeah, it's a fire sale, that's for sure, man.
I
Thank
heard
you guys so much for the super chats, by the way. I love you. Thank you.
You guys are the MVBs, the most valuable bros.
Yeah, bros.
Yo, should we
So,
talk about Brotherium?
oh, that's where we end. That's the end. Yeah, I wanted to go through. We have more to talk about. We've been to so many of these conferences, bro. We've literally, I think, got to the halfway point. So,
True.
Futurists, Larry King for you, Buns for me. Besides that, the Cabana Pool Party with Anthem, Gold, and Hercules, and all those amazing people. We
Yeah.
fucking killed it at that Cabana party, baby. Oof, we
We,
killed it.
we were like the only ones that went swimming.
Oh yeah,
We
damn right.
we were just
I got a picture of me on a
whipping beach
swan.
balls.
And
Whipping
a
beach
lot of
balls at
people
people.
are, yeah, they remember me as the asshole in the pool throwing beach balls at them while they stood by the pool not getting in. I was that guy. But after Futurist, we had which one was next? It wasn't the funeral, right? We went to did was it the
No, it was the
Mediterranean?
blockchain job fair.
I don't
No,
think
you
I went
didn't
to
go to
that.
that one. I
No,
went. I went to
I've been
that
to a
one
few
without you.
without. Yeah, which one did we go to together? Was it the Mediterranean cruise, or was it the funeral, or I forget
No,
which one.
I don't remember which one was first, to be honest. No, it was the funeral was after because Virtue was there from Huddle Rally.
Yes. Okay. So we did two conferences around that time. We did. So anyway, the next one after Futurist for us was the Coins Bank cruise in Barcelona, right, to Monaco and Ibiza.
Oh
This
yeah,
we're gonna
that
have
was
to we're
intense.
gonna have to wrap this up quick. So I guess you go first. What was your favorite part of the blockchain cruise by Coinsbank in the Mediterranean?
Um, God, such a tough question, man. There's literally so many great moments in that entire. I don't know, man. Hanging out with you in Barcelona was pretty fun, man. Our little mini
So much
adventures around
fun.
the city, and we literally covered the
Dogecoining
whole city.
stickers.
Yeah, actually, you know
I
what?
knew you
I
were
think
gonna say that, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow it up and like ruin it. I'm sorry. I just got excited because I started remembering it.
yeah, we covered the whole city in Doge stickers. We found that dispensary Nectar Boys that was like kind of like that cannabis lounge in Toronto here, but
Yeah,
it was like way cooler. And yeah, we found that place. We made a trail of stickers from our hotel to the dispensary. But
just
you
in
know
case
what,
we
man?
got high
Honestly, I
and
think the
couldn't
best
find our way.
safety first, kids. Left a trail of breadcrumbs
Breadcrumbs.
behind. Yeah. No, I think the helicopter ride though, that was
Yeah.
friggin' unreal,
Dude,
man.
all right. So this guy is a genius, ladies and gentlemen. We're on a cruise ship and we dock at Monaco and we get off the ship. We're walking and we see everybody going this way, but a very few selected people going that way. So Sean's like, let's go that way. So we do. And those select few people were getting in line to go on a fucking helicopter. And Sean and me are just like, yeah, we're Sean and Ken. We're on the list. And they're like, we don't see you on the list. Sean's like, you might want to call somebody that knows what they're doing. We're VIPs. We are on the list. We are not VIPs, mind you. And we are certainly not on the list. But they could not get in touch with anybody. So Sean got me on a fucking helicopter.
Yeah, that was so much fun, man. I've never been on one, and like, what an adrenaline rush, dude. It was like a roller coaster over
I'm getting it now.
mountains.
Sweating just thinking about it.
Yeah, man, that was wicked. We were on there with what's his name? I forget his name, but he's the founder of Latium, Proof of Human.
Yeah, that's David Johnson, the
David
founder of
Johnson.
Latium,
We were on there with Adam Stewart from World
World
CryptoCon,
CryptoCon, and what was
and
that chick's name? Beth?
yeah, I don't remember. I didn't really chat with her too much, but
She
yeah, what a cool.
is really cool people's. She's really high up in the industry, and she's a power mover. I don't know why I'm blanking on her name. I'm so sorry. I want to say
She's
it was
so
Elizabeth.
powerful that like you're not allowed to mention her name. She's like that dude from Harry Potter.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, the helicopter ride was amazing, but honestly, for me, I think the highlight of the entire Coinsbank cruise was being strip searched, butt naked, and by armed guards that don't know English. So, me and Sean, we smoke a blunt that big. It was like two-hand cigar, like. You know what I mean? Like, we smoked a fatty right before we went to the cruise to get on the ship. So we didn't realize, at least I didn't think, that they would be having like super high level TSA security with militia armed guards with like 3 assault rifles each at the checkpoint for this cruise ship. So we reeked. We smell like weed, and we go through security. The dude in some kind of Barcelonian some language starts yelling, and me and Sean look at each other like, oh, we're fucked. So we get through security, we make it through, and we're packing our bags, and 3 armed guards. I'm talking like 2 machine guns, 1 in each hand, an extra machine gun on his chest, friggin' pistols. Like, these dudes were decked out like RoboCop exposed, and they were like, no English. They were just like, you know what to do. Come with us. So we were just like, yeah, we're gonna follow you guys. We'll be right there. So me and Sean followed these guys. No English was spoken. Just guns being pointed, which is like a universal language for follow me and shut the fuck up. So we did. We shut the fuck up and we followed those guys into like a Harry Potter-esque closet under the escalators that led up to the ship. So we're in this little closet, literally like the size of this streaming space, and they say, get naked. And that was like the only English that was spoken. And me and Sean look at each other and we're like, wait, what? Like, together now? Like, are we about to make, like, can we at least live stream this? Like, we could earn some crypto. And, you know, they point the guns at us. They point guns at us and we're just like, all right, pants off, whatever. I'm naked now. And, yeah, dude, they didn't find any drugs. So that was fun.
They didn't look hard enough.
There may have been drugs, but they didn't find any if there were any drugs.
No, we would never bring illegal narcotics onto a vessel that's going across into other countries. We would never do a thing like that, ever.
Dangerous.
We're good boys. We're good boys.
Yeah, yeah. We
like banks and governments.
Prison.
Yeah, we respect our governments and our banks, and, you know, they're doing such a great job.
So yeah, that was my highlight, man, because like I'll never forget you and me being naked in the same room with guns being pointed at us, all over, smelling like weed. Like, that's it. We smelled like weed, so we had guns in our face. Like, the fuck? Yeah. What? So after the cruise, we get back. I think I did come back to Canada for 2 events, right? Because we drove from one to the funeral. What was the other one again?
That's a great question, man. There was the thing that you came down with Janiqua for.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know, man. Why can't I
remember it? And then we went to the funeral, but she wasn't there for that one, right?
No, the funeral was before she came. That was the Blockchain Impact Conference in Toronto that I just found. It was just
so bad.
So boring, and it was just like, yeah, it's just boring, man.
There was no takeaway. Like, the takeaway was that it to me let me know that this is exactly how not to do a conference.
Yeah, the takeaway was Satoshi's ball, really. It was it was like, holy shit, look at the crappy conferences that are going to start happening. Let's do it right.
Oh, I remember the event. It was with Kyle Kemper, bro.
Oh, right.
Kyle Kemper did a conference, and it was government, elite, and us.
Yeah, it was for the Blockchain Association of Canada. So he's the director of the Blockchain Association of Canada. They work with the government to help set regulations and come up with these new rules for crypto. And I mean, Kyle Kemper, he's related to Justin Trudeau. So he's always been in kind of working with government and stuff. So yeah, it was cool, man. It was like we were in a room with really educated people, really powerful people, and then, you know, we were there with fanny packs on and just soaking it all up. And like I think it was actually a really cool way to mesh like our side of the industry with, you know, the more legitimate side or the more professional or whatever, however you want to describe it.
Yeah, no, there was a great takeaway from that conference with Kyle Kemper and those guys. There was a project that I cannot for the life of me remember the project, but my boy, I follow this dude. He had a dog in a book bag. He had a book bag on and had a dog in it, and it was one of those book bags specifically for carrying dogs. And
yeah, it had like a little bubble
about
that it could see out of.
Yes, it was the most adorable thing ever. And he was, ooh, I got the hiccups. He was talking about a project that made it easier for people to kind of make their companies more, you know, open source about their funding, like where the funding's coming from, where the funding's going, and they could opt into who sees this. So if you're a contributor to a project, you're privy to certain information that other people wouldn't be too. And I don't know, dude, it was like that one piece that I was thinking about, like, wow, we need some real credibility, a way for companies that are doing these ICOs, and ways for these people that are doing these personal like GoFundMe's, like me raising money to go on like an excursion to go do a conference and, you know, report back here to my viewers. Well, why don't I show everybody that gave me funding exactly what I'm doing with that funding, even if it's for a soda, maybe it's for the ticket to the conference or an escort, maybe some cannabis, who knows? But the important thing is my investors should know what I'm doing with their money. So I like that project a lot. And to see that room full of government officials and really legit, you know, people from Canada were eager to learn about these avenues to make things more like, you know, trust for the investors without creating a velvet rope that's to protect the investor when it's really to keep them out. They're not trying to keep anybody out. They're just trying to keep them safe. And that's my takeaway from the whole government conference that Kyle Kemper did. And then there was the funeral, which the takeaway was it sucks, and we now have Satoshi's ball. And yeah, guys, I mean, that's what's happening. I mean, dude, like, I know it sounds like a meme, but the real meme is Brotherium. So please, bro, can you tell us what the fuck is Brotherium?
I wish I fucking knew. So 2 Fridays ago, I was hanging out. I was watching the movie. I was reading a book. And I don't know, man, this word just popped into my head, Brotherium. So I went on Facebook. I put a post out. I said, hey, guys, should I make a coin called Brotherium? People thought it was really funny. I made a couple puns. I said, yeah, we can run it on the bro chain, and, you know, we'll do proof of bro, and there'll be, you know, high security encryption protocol. And,
protocol.
I don't know. I made some memes, and a lot of people started messaging me saying, this is really funny, let's do something with this. We ended up making an initial 2.1 million coins on Raven Chain. And then we ended up upping it to 21 million. I just recently bought the asset on Waves platform. So it's on Waves as well. I did like
Brotherium's on Waves?
Yeah, you can have it on a mobile wallet now.
I want some. I'm gonna have to give you my Waves wallet address, bro. Hook a brother up. Hook a bro up.
So I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with this yet. Obviously, the coin has no value. It's just it's just a kind of a funny thing right now between bros. We've got a Telegram group with almost 100 members in it. We have a Facebook group. We got a Facebook page. There's a Twitter page. It's all under Brotherium. And I don't know, man. Who knows what we're gonna do with this? We've got an official logo being worked on right now. It's gonna have a pineapple head with like sunglasses, and like our logo is gonna be a pineapple head, dude. Because why the hell
I can not see the tattoo now.
Oh right, I know. Yeah, totally, man. Face tattoo right here, Brotherium.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like the Tekashi or like Post Malone like under the eye.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like it. But yeah, man, like, I don't know what we're gonna do with that.
Like, I love it. I love that, you know, people are behind the, you know, they still have a sense of humor. You know what I mean? Like, in this space, people are so fucking serious. It's boring. I'm so over people being serious. When Bitcoin Moon, when we gonna go? The price does not reflect the tech. The tech is the tech, period. You can use the tech as currency if you want. That's fine, but don't compare the two. And, you know, people are freaking out and worrying about price. And, you know, we still have a decent, you know, group of people in this space that can, you know, have a laugh. You know what I mean? Like, we need to have these. We need to let people know that memes are valuable. You know, and things like Doge has proven this. And who knows what Brotherium could do as a joke moving forward. In a time of need right now, we need more jokes than we need serious bullshit. You know, people need to lighten up, because this market is depressing. It's getting people to overthink and do too much due diligence and overcomplicate their own investments by having to feel like they need to know exactly what SHA-256 encryption is in order to even use Bitcoin, when that's not the case. Just download a wallet and use it. It's not. Anyway, man, I think it's freaking funny. I'm in. That's hilarious. I will accept Brotherium for bro acts. You know what I mean? Like I could see it. It totally works. It's fucking funny, man, and I love that you use the Raven coin chain, and it's available on the Waves platform. That's pretty damn cool. Did DJ Me Popsicle put this together?
No, he didn't actually. We were talking about maybe making an actual ERC20 token for it. Or some sort of proof of stake coin, where basically we would make a website where people have to make a bro file. And then, so that we know they're a real bro, man. We can't look at all these fake accounts, man, everywhere.
We better have bro furl links.
Yeah, we're gonna have. There's gonna be a broferral program where they make their bro file. It's brutally gonna take over the world. Yeah, so I don't know, man. We're bouncing some ideas around. I mean, to be honest, to anyone that's involved in Brotherium right now and maybe listening to this, I've got so much shit going on that I can't put all my attention into this Brotherium project right now until Satoshi's ball happens. But just know that the thoughts are marinating in my head. If anyone wants to get some Brotherium, just message me your Waves address, download the wallet on your phone or on your desktop, send me your address. I will send you 4.20 Brotheriums so that when we do get this project up, we know that you are involved. Like you'll be able to prove that you're a bro, because how else would you have some of the original Brotherium tokens?
So comment your Waves wallet address in the comments section below, and then use the link. There's a link right there in the description box. It'll take you to Satoshi's Ball Twitter account. Tweet at Satoshi's Ball your Waves wallet address, and this dude will send you some Brotherium, bro. So to wrap things up, I want to know what your No, that didn't work.
That didn't work.
Elevator pitch? No, I ruined it. I fucking ruined it. What is your elevator pitch for Bitcoin, man? Because you've been pitching and shilling Bitcoin, dude, from netcoins to conferences to balls. Dude, what's your elevator pitch?
So basically, I just go up to people. I go, so, hey, man, are you using Bitcoin? No? Cool. Just download a wallet. I'll actually give you some for free right now. Oh, usually you get hit up with like a little bit of a backlash of, oh, I don't understand it, or no. I'm like, yeah, it's super easy, man. Like, download this. I'll send you a couple links. Look into it. Do a bit of research. When I had the Just Learn Crypto website out, I was sending a lot of people there. But basically, I mean, it's another way to send money. It's another way to send value. It could go up, it could go down. A lot of people made a lot of money on Bitcoin and different altcoins, but there's so much to look into that just start with Bitcoin. Start with something basic. And all you have to do is download a wallet, and it's just like sending an email. It's like sending a message. It's that easy. My grandma uses it. I taught my grandma how to use Bitcoin. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, man. I really don't push people too hard, because I like I said, I did door to door for 7 years, bro. Like, it's a numbers game. You're not gonna I just don't enjoy the conversations when people are already hella opinionated about something they don't understand. It's the same reason I don't have many government conversations with people, or religious or conversations about religion, or it's just stuff. It's like some people just believe in things so much, it's just ingrained in their personality to the point where like you're just wasting your breath on them. So I mean, I asked a couple qualifying questions to people. Have you heard of Bitcoin? Do you know anyone who uses it? Did you know that you can spend it here? Oh, I work with a company called Just Learn Crypto. If I get a bit of a feedback from them that they're kind of interested, then I'll pursue the conversation. But I mean, my mentality is always get to the answer right away. And this is the same thing that I teach people in sales, is get to the word no. 80% of sales happen after the customer says no. So if I can get a person, if we're referencing Bitcoin still, if I can talk to someone about Bitcoin and get them to be like, no, I think it's stupid because of this, I'd rather that come up right away so that I can handle that objection, as opposed to just having a 20-minute conversation about the theory behind it. And yeah, man, I mean, like, yeah, that's about it, man. Fine. If you ask 100 people if they use Bitcoin, 10 of them are going to have a conversation with you, man, and you're going to open up some wallets and get some new people in.
That was the longest elevator ride of my podcast career. All right, bro. Why don't you let everybody know where they can find you, what you're doing, your social media, stuff like that. If they want to, on Facebook, Twitter, what your projects you're with, just, let them all know everything, Sean Hebert.
Yeah, man, I'm on pretty much everything. You can find me on Twitter at the Canadian with three N's at the end. Just Learn Crypto. That's the name. You can search that up on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. You're going to be able to go to justlearncrypto.com in the next week or so and subscribe to our newsletter and sign up with Just Learn Crypto. So we're going to be sending out information to our subscribers on there. We've got Just Learn Crypto on YouTube. I do the Just Learn Crypto show where I interview different people in the space. December 12th, I'm going to be interviewing Brock Pierce. So that's going to be a wicked interview up on there. Yeah, man, I'm all over the place. I'm like Wi-Fi. Search up Just Learn Crypto anywhere. You'll find me.
All right, guys, so check it out. Sean Hebert, the Canadian with three N's at the end, and Just Learn Crypto. Don't forget to check out Satoshi's Ball. Comment your Waves wallet address below to receive some free Brotherium. Don't forget to tweet at Satoshi's Ball with your Waves wallet address as well for some Brotherium. And if you're watching this and you made it through the whole live stream, congratulations. You're a weird dude. Go ahead and pound that thumbs up button. Give me a like. Give yourself a like. And don't forget to click subscribe. Flick that alert bell right there. And dudes, bros, have a day.
Bro. Ciao. Welcome.